Hi friends, Eric LeMay here with the Star State Homes Group of RE/MAX Realty. I'm meeting a new buyer at this property today and wanted to just kind of do a quick rundown on some things that are important as an agent and how I conduct my business by doing a preliminary visual inspection of the property. Now, I always recommend you have a third-party independent inspection done of any home that you're planning on purchasing. And that's going to cost you about $300 to $400, but at the end of the day, it's well worth the money when you're making this kind of investment. So let's take a look. Okay, so at first glance, this home is just a typical home in a typical neighborhood here in Fort Worth. And just taking a look a little bit closer upon further examination here, a few things I look at: foundation, roof, plumbing, those kinds of things. One thing I noticed right off the bat here, if you can see here, the separation from the garage area and the staggered brick pull out here. You can tell that's indicative of a foundation problem. Typically you're going to see hairline cracks and things like that. That's normal in the state of Texas. But when you get a little bit larger than that, that tends to be a problem. Moving around to the side of the home, you will notice on the side here another indication of an issue. If you can see that top spot right there where that pipe is and that rust coming out, that is the overflow pan from the AC unit, meaning that when the water or condensation gets too much and the overflow pan can't handle it or it's stopped up, it tends to drain outside, leaving those rust marks. Problem with or concern with the AC unit, which is another big ticket item in a property that you may be purchasing. Now, moving around to the back side of the house, on the same side but on the back, I came across a few of these shingles laying on the ground. Now, usually that's going to tell me that there's probably issues with the roof, one of your biggest ticket items, including foundation. And without being able to get up on the roof, as you can tell, that's a good indication for me that that would be a big concern. Now, moving to the other side of the house, you will notice there's a lot of siding issues. There were some on the other side as well, but you see them on all these sides. You also see it over here on this section of the home. Now, two things are going on here. It's water penetration, which could of course end up being mold, and also two, you're going to have an insect infestation. So having said that, now you've got additional structural issues and possibility of termites and so on. So that's another good indication that there's other things happening with this property. Now, moving forward to the inside of the house, you will know these vertical cracks here, which is another telltale sign of possible foundation problems. And going up further, you see the water stain at the top, which just confirms what I had already thought, that we may have roof issues. In conclusion of this inspection evaluation of this property, it's pretty apparent it's got some issues. Now, don't confuse what you've seen now with typical foundation settling. There's going to be some average movement. Every property in Texas is designed to move because of our expansive soils. Also, too, on the interior, sometimes when you see those items in the ceiling, if they're horizontal and vertical, a lot of times with that shifting, the sheetrock and the tape and bed tends to separate. That's not in and of itself, or those two things aren't in and of themselves a concern for foundation, but what I've seen here, the extensiveness of it and the multitude of it, I'm convinced that it does have some foundation problems, and also some roof issues, and as I said, the possibility of water penetration, which could be a mold issue, and it does have a bit of a mold smell on the inside. So anyhow, just wanted to kind of give you that little tip. If there's anything I can do to help you buy or sell or invest in properties, let me know. I'd be happy to help you. It'd be my honor. My number is 817-808-8827. Again, this is Eric LeMay with the Star State Homes Group, signing out. Till next time. Bye.